Didn't record. There we go. Good morning. Hello, everybody. So it's morning for me, but afternoon for you. Welcome. Today is Thanksgiving. And each year in Thanksgiving, the week I give the classes, I always love to give the intention of being grateful for all of the things that we have. So at the end of class today, we'll do a relaxation, a yoga nidra with gratitude. But first, I'd like to start out with a facial exercise, and it's for the eyes. So we're going to use the 3 middle fingers of each hand, and we'll gently place them underneath the eyes, very, very gently. The skin here is very delicate, so gently underneath the eyes. And what you're going to do is gently pull the skin down, and then you'll close your eyes using the lower lids. So close, lifting those fingers, and open. And you'll feel there are muscles to do that. It's quite interesting. Close, lifting up the lower lids, and open. And feel how the fingers move along with the skin. Close, but you want to give slight pressure, and open. And that slight pressure is like weightlifting for those muscles. 2 more times. We'll close and open. Once more, we'll close and open. Now, we'll only use our ring fingers. Take the 2 first fingers off, and you'll draw circles underneath the eyebrows, around the outsides of the eyes, and underneath the eyes. So very gently, circle around. Not too much pressure, not too much pulling of the skin, but just massaging around the eyes. Good. One more time. Excellent. Now, you'll take your 2 fists. So the fists have, if you make a fist like this, it has a hole. That's where the eye will go. And you'll just bring the fists over the eyes and put a little bit of pressure there, closing the eyes. Take a few deep breaths. And you should feel the bones above the eyes and below the eyes. And that's where the pressure is being placed. And then relax, bring your hands down, and gently open your eyes. And just feel, when I do this, all around my eyes, it feels all so cool and feels refreshed. Now for our breathing exercise, we're going to start by a breath in the belly. Move it up to the chest and feel as if the breath is moving up into the throat and actually into the head. So sitting up nice and tall, lengthen your neck, lengthen your spine, and take a deep breath in through the belly. Let it go up into the chest. And then as if the breath is going to go all the way up to the crown of the head. And then just let go, breathe everything out. And again, we breathe in belly, up to the chest, throat, and almost to the crown of the head. And then breathe everything out. Good. And we do that again. Keep going with this type of breath. And let go as you breathe out. Breathing in, let everything rise all the way to the crown of the head. And breathe everything out. Keep going with this. This is a variation of the Wim Hof technique, of his type of breath. And it's said that this type of breath lowers the acidity of the body. It makes your blood a little bit more alkaline. 2 more times. Take that deep breath in, belly, chest, all the way to the crown of the head. And let go. And then 1 more time. Belly, chest, crown of the head. Now let go and don't breathe in again. All breath out and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now breathe in a deep, deep breath in, belly, chest, all the way to the head. and hold that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Breathe everything out and breathe normally and naturally. So if we believe Wim Hof right now, you should be more alkaline. Your body and your bloodstream has already gotten rid of some acidity. So let's roll over our ankles and come up onto all fours now, onto your mats. So hands will be underneath the shoulders. Knees will be underneath the hips. We'll gently, gently dial out the hands. Take a deep breath in, curling your spine, and breathe out, let's round. And again, we'll curl, looking skyward, and breathing out, rounding. One more time, we'll curl, and let's breathe out and round. Coming back to a flat back, be sure you've got your hands shoulder width and knees hip width. And we're going to do a circle with the shoulders. So we'll lift the shoulders up and around, and you'll come down. Right hand, left hand, and then up and around, and you'll come down. Right hand, left hand. Then we'll change that circle. We'll go into the left hand, right hand, up and around. Left hand, right hand. Okay. Now we're going to do somewhat the same thing with our hips, but we'll move them back. So we'll bring the hips around towards the right heel, then the left heel, and then come forward and around. Right heel, left heel, and forward. One more time. Then we'll go in the opposite direction. Head towards the left heel, right heel, and forward again. Left heel, right heel, and forward again. Coming back to center. Send your hands off the right-hand side of the mat and bring your hips back. So you're feeling that stretch down the left-hand side of the body. And take a few deep breaths here. Your head can rest on your left arm. Then lifting back up, let's change. Hands off the mat, off the left-hand side. Press your hips back and get that stretch down the right-hand side of the body. And coming back to center. Okay, here's where we're going to be doing something new. I want you to stretch your right leg out to the side. Okay, so you're on all fours and the right leg is stretched out to the side. I'll show you from the front perhaps. And then you're going to be taking your left arm and slide it underneath. We do this, it's a thread the needle. Okay, slide it underneath. And then rise back up and lift the left elbow. So let's slide underneath, breathing out. And then lift the left elbow, breathing in. Slide underneath. Breathing in, lift the elbow. One more time. We'll slide underneath. Lift the elbow. Now this time, slide it underneath and hold it here, the shoulder on the floor. Now the right arm, I want you to open it up to the sky as far as possible. And it's almost like you want to make a T. Let the hips open a little bit, and we're just going to stay here and breathe. 3, 2, 1. So it's a fantastic twist in the upper body. Bring the hand back down, and let's lift up. Now we're going to stay in this position, but I want you to turn your right foot. So this is my right leg. I'm actually opposite to you, facing you. Turn my right foot out, and I'm going to lean over, bending the right knee. And it's almost like you're in a little squat, and you're going to get a stretch of the inner thigh of the left leg and squatting down onto the right foot. Okay? Lift up onto your fingertips, and we're going to press into this. So press the hips down and then back. Down and then back. That's it. Very good. Down and back. 2 more times. Down, back. Once more. Feels great. Good. Let's bring the knee back down, and you're back down onto your hands and knees. We'll change sides. Stretch your left leg out to the side, and it's down onto the floor. Okay. Now it's going to be your right arm. You'll slide it under, threading the needle, reaching actually towards that left foot. And then you come back up and you lift the elbow, breathing in. Let's do it again. Breathe out. Threading the needle, go under. Breathing in, lift the elbow. Breathing out, let's thread the needle. Breathing in, lift the elbow. 2 more times. And here's the last one. Now, thread the needle and stay, bringing the right shoulder almost all the way onto the floor. Head is down, and you'll raise your left arm up, 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 up. So you want to make a T. You should feel that stretch into the neck, shoulders, the upper back. There's a twist going on. We open the arm as far as possible. Whew. And then let's bring the hand back down. Coming back up. Turn your left foot so that you can bend the knee, and you lean over a little bit to your left so you get a stretch of that inner thigh of the right leg. Come up onto your fingertips, and we're going to pulse here. We'll pulse into it, go deeper and then back. Good, going deeper and then back. Yes, fingertips are on the floor. Let the hips go deeper and back. 2 more times. Yes, good. Once more. You should really feel this. Going deeper and back. Beautiful. Hands onto the floor. Bring the knees back down. Walk your knees back about 20 centimeters and get ready for it. Take your downward facing dog pose. And let's pedal the feet a little bit. Right and left, right and left. Straightening both legs, being sure that you're dialing gently out with the hands. Let's take a deep breath in and lift the heels. And breathe out, and let's lower the heels. Breathing in, lifting. Breathing out, lowering. 1 more time. Let's lift and lower. Okay, let's move into a plank position. Engaging in through the core muscles. Lift your head a little bit. Move your knees down. Come on to the floor. Point your toes. Rise up to a little cobra. Bring the chest back down and downward facing dog. Let's do that again. Moving into a plank position. This time, I want you to really pull the belly in so you round the back, and then when you get into your plank, refine your curves. Move down to the floor. Point your toes. Rise up to a cobra. And push back to downward facing dog. Last one. Pull the belly in so you round the back forward, moving forward, and refine your curves in plank, lifting the head. Move down, maybe with or without your knees. Point your toes, rise up to cobra, and your downward facing dog. Begin stepping your feet forward until you reach the front edge of your mat. Feet can be hip width, knees are soft. We'll grab the elbows and let yourself just fold forward over your legs. Sway a little bit from side to side. Letting go of the back, the neck, the shoulders. Everything just floats forward. Lower your arms down now and roll your right and left shoulders. Just roll them to get rid of any tension in the shoulders. Turn your head from right to left. And then let's end on a positive note or a little yes with the head. Okay, let's bend our knees down low, dialing the feet out, really engage through the legs, hands to your hips, elbows go up to the sky, push down through your feet and rise to that standing position. Now let's really find our perfect posture. Legs are straight, the knees neither hyperextend nor do they bend. They're really quite engaged and straight. Feet gently dialing out. Hips are back. You want to look for the curve. Lift the ribs so your belly is long. Shoulders up and back. Chin parallel to the floor. Hands to the heart center. Let's take a deep breath in and stretch skyward. Get really long in the body. Bend at your knees, breathing out. Hands come to the earth. Halfway lift. Breathe in. And let's step back to a plank position. From the plank, you can lower your knees and do a push-up if you wish. And come all the way down and let's rise up to a cobra. And then downward facing dog. Once you're in down dog, reset your feet. Take 3 deep, slow breaths in and out. And again, in and out. One more time, in. Look to your hands, take big steps forward. Halfway lift, breathing in, breathe out, fold forward. Hands to your hips, elbows up, dial your feet out. Let's rise through a chair, coming to a standing position, hands to the heart center. And let's go again, deep breath in, rise up. Breathing out, let's fold. Halfway lift, breathing in, step back to your plank position. Nice strong plank, everyone. Do a push-up if you feel it. All the way down, rising up to cobra and downward facing dog. Again, deep breaths here, in and out. Good, in and out. Looking good, Evelyn. I'm having a look at everybody. Breathing in and out. Look to your hands, step. You could jump forward if you feel like it. Halfway lift. Good, Helen. Breathe out, fold forward, hands to your hips, elbows up. Let's rise up to a standing position. Find that perfect posture. Excellent, Analea. Okay, hands to your heart center. Deep breath in, let's rise again. Breathing out, fold forward. Good, a little bit faster this time. Halfway lift, stepping back to plank. Do the push-up if you feel it. Good, all the way down, point your toes into cobra. Excellent, Analea. Downward facing dog. Ladies, you're doing great. Deep breaths in, Diana, excellent, and out. In and out, good job. Now, we're going to be coming into the crouching cat. So you'll step your feet forward a little bit. Heels are up, shoulders are light. Tilt your hips up to the sky. So you really want to exaggerate that curve in the back. And we're just gonna bend deeper the knees and straighten a bit. Bend and straighten. Your head is almost, it's forward. So the head, if you were to go straight to the floor, it would come down between the hands. Okay? Now we're going to turn our heels to the right. Turn them to the right and you bounce again, up and down. Good. Come back to center and we'll turn the heels to the left and bounce up and down. Back to center. Bring your right knee down. Stretch your left leg behind you. We're going to turn to the side. Left hand comes to the hip. Release your right foot And get yourself into a position where you're balancing well. I want you to raise the left leg and bring it back down, okay? So if you have trouble balancing here, maybe you want to check that your right hand is a little bit farther out from your knee. So it's not straight in front of the knee, but farther out to the right. Find the place where you can balance. Lift the leg again and back down. 3 more times. Lift. Good. Back down. Looking good. Up. Last one, and hold it there. Hold it there. Raise your left arm, stretching to the sky, and bring the left arm over the head so you get the whole left-hand side of the body lengthening out. Take a deep breath in here, and as you breathe out, I want you to bring the elbow in and the knee in towards each other so you're balancing, and then stretch them back out. Knee and elbow come towards each other, belly is in, stretch it back out. Good. 3 more times. Keep holding the balance. Readjust if you need to. And let's do that one more time. Come on, ladies. All together. Yes. Bring the left hand down. Keep that left leg up. Stretch it up to the sky as far as possible. Lift your chin. Breathe out. Knee and nose come together. Breathing in. Raise it up. Breathing out. Knee and nose. Once more. Breathing in. Breathing out. Knee and nose. Now stretch the leg out behind you. Tuck the toes under here. Hands deeply into the mat. And you'll rise to down dog, raising the right leg. Up you go. Right leg goes up. Bend the knee and open the hip. Look underneath your right arm. Splay the toes of the right foot. Good. And bring the leg back down again. Whew. And we'll move back into crouching cat. Feet come forward, shoulders forward, head forward, and you'll just bounce here a little bit, up and down. This time, if you want, you can bounce and lift the feet up. It's raising the heart rate a little bit, up and down. Okay. Bring your left knee down this time. Right leg stretches out to the side. And let's turn. Check to make sure you're going to have some good balance here. Left hand under the shoulder, left knee under the hip. You could swing the left foot back a bit for a little bit more balance. Right hand on the hip, and we'll raise the right leg. Let's go 5 times. Up and down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the leg up here. We're going to raise the right arm and then bring it over the head. And here we go. Elbow and knee together. 5 times. Belly is in. 4. Check your balance. 3, 2, and 1. Stretch the leg. Bring the arm back down. Hand comes down. Turn towards the floor. Lift the leg as high as possible. Breathing in. Breathe out. Bring the knee and the nose together. Up it goes. Lift the chin. Breathing out. Knee and nose. Once more. And knee and nose. Stretch the leg out behind you, tucking the toes under. Engage nicely, get into down dog. Left leg rises. Up, bend the knee and open the hip. You can look underneath your left arm, splay the left toes, holding 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Stretch the leg and bring the foot back down. Pedal your feet. Looking to your hands. You can step or jump forward. Halfway lift, breathing in, breathe out, folding. Bend your knees down low. Dial the feet out, hands to your hips, and raise the chest. So we're in a chair position. Hips back, toes pointing forward, feet gently dialing out, chest lifted. Let's bring our arms out in front of us this time. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, squeeze the elbows behind you so you're pulling backwards. Lift and open the chest. Breathing in, stretch out. Breathing out, squeeze. Breathe in, breathe out. Pull the belly in as you do this. 2 more times. Once more. Sink down a little bit more. Yeah. Hands come to your heart center, and let's fold forward. Halfway lift. Stepping back to plank. Do a push-up if you feel it. All the way down into cobra, downward facing dog. All right. Let's take our right leg to warrior 2. Dialing the feet out. We rise to warrior 2. Arms stretched. Legs dialing out. Lift through the chest. Let's turn the palms up. Straighten both legs. Reach the arms skyward. And breathe out. Sink back down to warrior 2. Breathe in, rise. Breathing out, sink. Breathing in, rising. Breathing out, sinking. Last time, rise. Good, and sink. Stay sinking and reverse and hold. Hold here, reversing. 3, really stretch out that right hand side. 2, 1. Back down to plank position. 1 push-up, all the way down, cobra, and downward facing dog. Good job. Let's go, left leg. Take the warrior 2, dialing the feet out. Really find that nice position, keeping curve in the low back. Turn the palms up, squeeze the shoulder blades, and turn them down. Now, straighten the legs, breathing in, arms up. Breathing out, sink back down. Breathing in. Breathing out. 3 more times. As you do this, focus a lot on dialing the feet out, getting the knees and the hips in the right position. Last one. Stay low and reverse. Feels so good. Opening up that left-hand side. 3, 2, 1. Moving back down, plank position. 1 push-up if you wish. All the way down in cobra. Downward facing dog. Whew. Pedaling the feet if you want to. And we stay 3, 2, 1. Look to your hands, stepping or jumping forward, however you feel. Halfway lift, folding forward. Hands to your hips. Get into that chair position. Once again, hips back, belly in. Clasp your hands now behind you and stretch the arms as straight as possible. Lift and open the chest. Lift the arms as high as possible. And raise your right leg. Let's go. Flex the right foot and stretch the leg out in front of you. Rebend the knee and send it behind you into an airplane, keeping the left knee bent, that your standing leg stays bent. Raise the leg high behind you and then bring it back, coming back into the chair. Whew. Left leg this time. Lifting up, setting your gaze at one point, stay focused. Stretch the leg out in front of you. Rebend the knee, and let's send it back behind us. Staying focused, stay with it. Coming back. All right. Bring the foot back down. And raise the arms up. Take a deep breath in. And fold forward. Let's go. Halfway lift. Stepping back to a plank position. 1 push-up if you wish. All the way down, rise up to cobra, and downward facing dog. Take your warrior 2, right leg goes forward. All right. From here, keep the warrior stance with the legs. Raise both arms up, pull the belly in, and we're going to lean forward as far as is comfortable for the waist. Now, if you feel the low back straining, set your right hand down or even the right elbow. If you can hold with both arms, pull the belly in, lift the ribs away, keep turning the chest towards your left, and stay here. 3, 2, good. This is some good core work. 1, stay in the warrior and reverse it. Go back with both arms. Again, if it's too much for the low back, left hand goes to the thigh. Go back, both arms up, looking up to the sky. 3, belly in. 2, looking great, looking great. And 1, bring both arms back down, plank position. Hold the plank, lift the chin, open the shoulders. 5. You should be working hard. As you can hear, I'm almost out of breath. 4. Whew. 3. I'm getting ready for that Thanksgiving dinner. 2. And 1. If you really want to, you can do that push-up. If not, you just move right down, cobra, and downward facing dog. Rest a bit in down dog. You could also take child's pose if you wish. A few deep breaths, relax the neck. And let's go. Left leg. If you're in child's pose, take down dog now. Left leg, and let's take the warrior 2. Dialing the feet out nicely. Keep the legs in warrior. Arms up. You could also have your left hand on the left thigh. Leaning forward. Lift the ribs away from the hips. Get long in the spine. 3, staying here. 2, 1. Coming up, and let's lean back. Again, the belly is strong. If it's too much for the back, bring the right hand to the thigh. Looking up, get long in the body. 3, 2, 1. Let's bring the arms down and take that plank position. Whew, lift the chin. If it's too much now, you could bring your knees down. If it's all right, lift the hips up. Lift your chin. 3, 2, 1. If you want, you could do that push-up. Otherwise, meet us down at the floor, point your toes, rise to cobra, and downward facing dog. Whew. Pedal your feet. Just retake your positions. Deep breaths here. Okay. I've got something new for you again. Once you're ready, retake down dog, please. Okay. Now, if you're not sure, be sure you just look at your screen. We're going to take our right leg and cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Okay? So it's like a 4 position with the legs. Keeping that, hold, tilt your hips up. Breathing 3, 2, 1. Now, bending gently the left knee, we're going to bring the right knee down onto the floor. You're going to bring the left knee down, so you still have that cross position with your legs. Swing your left foot in and see if you can bring your right hip down. So you're twisting down. Okay? So the right ankle is on the left thigh. If this is not good for your knee, you can unbend the left knee a little bit. Got that? But the right ankle stays crossed. Right hip is down. I want you to see if you can press into the floor with your right hand so you can get your left arm as far as possible away from you. And just look up to the sky. You should feel an opening through the waist You should feel an effort, a little effort in the low back. You need to tilt the hips back as much as possible. Looking skyward, you get a nice stretch through the neck. And then we'll release this. Bring your left arm forward. Bring your right elbow down. You're going to slide your left arm under your body so you get into a twist. The elbow can come to the floor. You turn your head to the right. The right ankle is still on the left thigh. Then you'll unwind. We'll set the left hand onto the hip. We'll bring the right foot down, stretch the left foot out, okay? So we're on our right elbow, left leg stretched out, right knee on the floor in front of us. Lift your left leg, and you should feel the outside of the left leg, hip and glute working. And raise the left arm, so you're stretching and lifting and opening. Let yourself open, open, open here. Look to the sky. And then come on back down and release. Stretch both legs out now. You're still on your elbow. And for those of you who have any issue in the elbows, I'm going to give you an option. But the first position is the low Vasisthasana, side plank. Lifting the hips up. Lift your arm up so you're on the elbow. If it really is too much, bend your bottom knee and you'll lift the hips. Left arm up, okay? So choose between the two and stay there for 3 more breaths, ladies. Hips up, belly in. 3, 2, 1. Bring the left arm down, turn to the floor, bring yourself all the way onto your mat and move your hips from side to side, relaxing the neck, the low back, and the shoulders. From here, stretch your arms behind you. Pinkies up, thumbs down. Lift the head, chest, shoulders, arms, and legs. And we stay. 3, 2, and 1. Hands come down. Push up onto the knees. Tucking your toes under. Take your downward facing dog. Or if you need a little bit more of a rest, you could take child's pose. Make a little yes. Relaxing the neck. And we'll do the opposite side. So we cross. Left ankle over the right thigh. Holding here. See if you can really open the hip by pushing that left knee back. Staying 3. Hips tilt up. 2, 1. Gently bring the left knee and the right knee down. Okay. You're going to let the hips turn until the left hip comes down. You'll press into the floor with your left hand, and you'll reach your right hand over as far as possible to your right. You still have the left ankle crossed over the right thigh. Lift and open the chest, lift the head, staying here. And you should feel the work in through the waist. The low back stays curved. Press the hips back. Good. Now we release this. Bring the hands down and bring the elbow down. Stretching your right leg out. You uncross the legs and you'll raise the right leg up. And we'll press here. Up it goes. 3, 2. You should really feel the work down the right hand side and into the glute. 2 more times. Hold the leg up. Raise the right arm and stretch, stretch, stretch the whole side. Lengthening, but with that nice contraction here. We release. Hand comes to the hip. You could straighten both legs and rise up to the low Vasisthasana. Or you could keep the left knee down and lift. There's nice waist work going on here. And we want to look for that contraction through the left side. Holding 3 more breaths. 2 and 1. Bring the hips back down. Bend your knees now, and everybody roll onto the back. Feet hip width, elbows into the floor, fingers spread wide. Squeeze your shoulder blades, opening up the throat and the chest. Lift your hips up for the half bridge pose. Lengthen out your neck. Keep breathing and holding here. If you wish, you could take full bridge. Hands to either side of the head, come to the crown of the head, and then rise all the way up. If not, you stay in half bridge. Anybody who takes full bridge, come back to half bridge now. And all half bridgers, raise your arms over your head. Lower the back 1 vertebra at a time, very, very slowly. Pulling the belly in as the back comes slowly to the earth. And once you're all the way down, soles of the feet together, knees wide. Allow yourself to rest here. Deep breaths. Okay. Lift your knees back up. Keeping the knees bent, roll to one side where you can see me. So I'm just rolling towards the computer. Bring your lower arm stretched out in front of you and your upper leg stretched out beyond you. Left hand at the back of the head, or the upper arm at the back of the head. Okay. Now we're going to take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, I want you to lift up so that the elbow and knee come towards each other. Breathing in, stretch the leg back out. Breathing out, knee and elbow come up. Breathing in, stretch back out. It's very good abdominal work. Breathing out, lift. You can press into the floor a little bit. Breathing out. Breathing in, out, lifting. Breathing in, stretch out. One more time. Breathing out and stretch out. Now I want everyone to try this with me. Both legs stretched out now. Breathing out, lift both and stretch back out. If it's too much, come back to the first position with the foot down. Breathing out, knees in and stretch. 3 more times. Woo, 2 more. And last one. Ay, ay, ay. Good job. Bring the knees up to the chest, roll onto your back, and rock a bit from side to side. Now, set your hands underneath your hips. Bring your knees at 90 degrees. And I want your knees to fall first towards the computer, and you stretch out the top leg. Then you come back, and then they go away and stretch out the top leg. And they come back. Towards me, coming back, and away. Coming back, the belly's in. If this is fine and it's not straining your low back, take your hands out from underneath the hips and see if you can do it flat on the floor. Belly stays in. Now for a little bit more of a challenge, you let the knees go to one side, stretch the leg, and as you come back up, the leg stays stretched. Rebend the knee. Out to the side, stretch the upper leg, rise back up, bend the knee. Out to the side, rise, use the belly, bend the knee to the side, stretch the leg and rise. If it's too much for the low back, you can just go to the side, stretch the leg, rebend to rise back up. Okay, we'll do it 2 more times. Stretch the leg, rise back up. Last one. Whew. Okay, knees to the chest, rock from side to side. Now we're going to change sides for those abdominal lifts. So normally you should be rolling away from me, or you can roll up or roll to one side to lift and switch sides, bringing your legs to the opposite side. Come down, lower arm stretched out in front of you. The lower leg is bent. The upper hand is at the back of the head. Let's go. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Knee and elbow come together. Breathing in. Stretch back out. Breathe out. Breathing in. This is some excellent work for the obliques. Sides of the body. Good. Let's do 2 more. Breathing out. Last one. And now everyone, I'd like everyone to try stretching both legs out. Take a deep breath in, breathe out, lift both. Breathing in, come back. We do 5 of these. If it's really too much, bring the lower leg down. We've got 2 more to go. Keep the belly in tight. Whew. And 1 more. Yes. All right, bring the legs down. Let's roll again onto our backs. Knees to the chest and rock from side to side. Good job, ladies. Very good. All right. Lifting your feet up. Come into happy baby pose. Opening the feet. Grab the ankles, backs of the knees or bottoms of the feet, and rock again from side to side. Now, from happy baby, I'd like to go into an inner thigh straddle pose. So you could either grab your big toes and stretch your legs as straight as possible. If this is possible for you, great. If not, grab your inner calf muscles and stretch. Or you could even grab around the knees, the inner knees, or the inner thighs. Find what works for you this afternoon. Stretch your legs as much as possible. And just breathe here. Good. Rebend the knees. Stretch your left leg onto the floor. Keep your right knee up against the chest. And we're going to bring the right knee towards the left shoulder. The right hip will come up off the floor a little bit. But before we get into a full twist, I want you to take the right ankle or the calf with your left hand and pull it up towards the hip. This is an excellent stretch of the IT band, which gets very tight when you work sitting in your office. And especially nowadays, if we're working from home or in a very restrained space, the IT band tends to get very tight. So let's stretch it out, but go gently, no pain in the knee, please. So the knee goes towards the left shoulder and the ankle comes towards the left hip. Holding this, breathe deeply. Now let's get into the twist. Keep that right knee bent and allow it to fall over to the left-hand side of your mat. You could hook the right foot behind the left thigh. Right arm stretches out to the side and look to your right hand. Rolling back onto your back, knee to the chest. Lift your head, nose to the knee, and stretch the right leg onto the floor. Let's do our left leg. Bring the knee up to the chest and towards the right shoulder. Grab a hold of the foot or the ankle and pull it up towards the right hip and hold the position. You should feel the outer thigh, outer hip, and around the outer knee as well, stretching. No pain, please. Now allow the knee to go over to your right, stretching your left arm out to the side. You can hook the left foot behind your thigh. Spinal twist. Rolling back, knee and the nose come together. And then both knees up, squeeze them in, nose in between the knees. Lower yourself, head comes down, stretching your legs onto the mat. Place your hands at your belly. And begin taking deep, slow breaths in and out of the tummy. See if with these breaths you can find some relaxation, some release of your muscles. See if you can feel a physical letting go now. And as we learn just to relax and let go, we learn an important skill. At any time, we just need to relax. We can do it. And it's something to be practiced. So I'd like to practice the circle of gratitude. And imagine at the center of this circle, you have yourself. Let's be grateful for the lives that we have, all of our experiences, all of the people that we love that surround us, all of the emotions we're able to experience. Let's be grateful. Be grateful as well for your body and all of the amazing, amazing things that it can do. Let's move on to being grateful that we have food, water, shelter, all of the things we need for survival. Let's be grateful for our jobs, for the people we work with, even the people that can be a bit of a challenge for us. We learn from them. Let's even be grateful for the people who challenge us. It might make life a little bit more difficult. That's how we become stronger. Let's be grateful for all the things we have. And the access to things we have: libraries, information, transportation. And let's be grateful for this earth, this planet that we live on, that gives us so much. When we are grateful, we are rich and we have everything that we need. Take another deep breath in, let your belly grow, and breathe out with a little sigh. Raise your arms up over your head and stretch from fingers to toes, getting long, long, long in your body, reaching. And then bring your knees up against your chest, squeeze them against the chest. Rock a bit from side to side. Good. Right arm to the right ear. Roll all the way to your right hand side. Setting your hands down in front of you, lift from the side, come to a seated position. Well done, ladies. Yee, we did a lot of new and different things today. And I'm proud of you for sticking in there and staying with it. Let's rub our hands together. Bring your hands over your face as if you're washing your face clean. Stimulate around the eyes as well, tapping. Let's shake our hands out. One more time. Rub our hands together, heat them up. Stimulating the muscles in the face, tapping around the eyes, shaking out. All right. Give yourself a big hug to start. Just before saying namaste, let's hug ourselves. We need to get as much physical contact as we can, especially during this time of COVID. And bring your hands to your heart center. Namaste, ladies. Have a wonderful day and a very nice end to your week. All the best.